Why is there so much dislike, disdain or hate for religion and or a creator or God? Welcome, we are the Ministry of the Real Truth, and we strive to bring you the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. No hype, no fluff or other silly nonsense. Today we are asking via this video, why is there such a dislike, disdain or hatred? Hatred's a very strong, powerful word, but we're going to use it here to emphasize a topic, emphasize a question. Why is there such a dislike, disdain or hatred for a creator or God? You can hear it, perhaps you can recognize it, feel it as we have while listening to people voicing us, or people close to us voicing their frustrations, their opinions, their views, etc., i.e. family, friends, neighbours, even strangers that we come across from day to day. Many utter statements like, if there's a God who supposedly created evil, why did he create them all evil? Why did he create evil people? Hey, don't say he did it, because he did. He created all people, etc., etc. Those who do the most minor to totally evil atrocities worldwide over the centuries, such as Adolf Hitler, Idi Amin, Pol Pot, etc., etc., and those factions who are doing evil atrocities all over the world, locally and internationally today. They also stress, if there is a loving God, then why is it my life is so bad? Why does nothing ever work out for me? Why does life hate me? And so forth. We have answered them, a lot of them saying, especially those close to us, quote, as a man thinketh, so he or she will become. For if you believe all you are verbalizing, then perhaps it's possible all things turn out the way you've willed it verbally. Others have made statements like, why wasn't God there for me when all this and that happened, or that happened in my life? And we have explained to them when they interrupt and cut us off and say, why is my life so cursed, why does life hate me? We have explained to them scripturally or biblically, we've shown them or quoted them. And in the Bible it states, if you are of God, in God, part of God, the seed of God, you have a life relationship with God, you are under his blessings. If you don't, you are under his wrath or curse, for he has handed you over to the world, the worldly flesh, desires of the flesh, lust, desires of the flesh, those human animalistic urges or nature. And you cannot serve two masters, God or the devil, for you will love one more than the other, you will cling to one more than the other. One will be your master, one won't be. You will love one more and hate the other. Again, one will be your master. For there is no middle road. You belong to one or the other. There are rewards, blessings, with one, consequences, karmic paybacks, retributions, consequences, wrath with the other, heaped upon you because of the other. We understand why many have disdain or hatred for a creator or for the Christian religion or any religion. they have a disdain or a hate for a creator or God and religion. They can't stand the idea of it, and they will go hard out to try and trample you asunder. Most detest or hate religion or religious people, Christians, Jews, Muslims, etc., because certain people claiming to be true adherents of the three major religions, Judaism, Christianity or Islam, have a religious mouth, vocalization, profess this and that, and they have their outward appearance that they're all holier than thou, but are often soon recognised as living in the fantasy world, not reality. Can't read and fully understand what's actually written within their holy texts. They have an attitude, they have a big ego, they get all nasty, and they give themselves away that they're not actually following their religion. It's just a means to look like a good guy or a great guy, etc., etc. Yeah, they often don't understand what their holy books or scrolls, especially those translated by so-called experts or the top theologians of those religions, or translators. Translation committees have translated it into the modern English or Americanized English and the multitude of today's modern Bible versions available. Most believers have a substandard education, often said to be grade 5 or even lower, no sense of logic or common sense. They cherry pick scriptures, take them out of context and make up said facts, evidence, proofs as they go along, and make it up as they go along. They lie and have to create another lie and another lie and another lie to cover up those lies, errors or mistakes, etc. They can copy and paste entire Bible verses online and also quote them by rote. When asked what was actually said, who was it said to or by, who was it referring to, and what does it really mean, adherents of Judaism, Christianity or Islam have no clue. They ooh and ah and again make stuff up as they go along, take things out of context. Many will say, well, you've never read the entire Torah, the Tanakh, the Talmud, the Bible or Quran. You don't speak the old or modern Syriac, Hebrew or Greek or Arabic, so you'll never understand the holy texts, be it of Judaism, Christianity or the Quran, the Islamic Quran. Others will willfully lie through their teeth, telling you that those holy texts were never meant for you, as you're this or that, the wrong colour or race, not part of their organised religion, cult or religious movement, or sect, etc. Or you've never read this or that, so know nothing. They've read the Bible 25 times, the Quran 500 times. These are all walls erected by them, blockers, blocking you to the real truth, the whole truth, often to keep you dumbed and numbed under their jackboot control, etc. As they may have a hidden motive or agenda. Many will deceive you, hoodwink you, even threaten you if you speak out against their religion, their holy texts, and you expose their errors, hype, fluff, or their BS. And if you don't conform, you will be perhaps excommunicated and ridiculed, threatened and ruined, and also by other means. Even labelled, quote, of the devil, a liar, Satan or a heretic, unquote. It's been that way for centuries, many centuries. So what do we say to those who continually verbalise, well, if God's this, if God's that, then why is my life so bad? Why did all these bad things happen to me? Me. Why me? Why does life hate me? God's this, God's that, etc., etc., because my life has been this and has been that, etc., etc. We say to them, well, stop and think about it. It's people, human beings, other human beings, people in your environment, in your surroundings, throughout your life, who are more than likely the ones who have made your life a living hell or a continual misery. Did God abuse you? Did he defile you? Did he rip you off? Did he scam you? Etc., etc. Remember, what you think, how you act or react, physically or verbally, possibly reinforces that old quote, as a man thinketh, so he shall become. What comes out of your mouth may come to fruition. Remember the old quote, what a man soweth to, so shall he reap. It's a biblical quote. As a man thinketh, so he shall become. What a man soweth to, so shall he reap, or that be his reward, etc. People who pretended to be family or friendly, in a position of trust within that family or that group or circle, be it religious or non-religious, had that position of trust, etc., but they abused it. They abused those responsibilities and did what they did naturally, or as being one of God, or supposedly religious affiliated. They were faking it. Okay? They were partial. They're just pretending. They were basically half-assed. They weren't of God. Oh, but he allowed it. Okay? That's what people often say. They're always trying to justify their disbelief in the Creator of God. Even to the point where they get really nasty towards you verbally, physically. And they'll say, oh, but he allowed it. So we responded to many that came across that said these kind of things. Well, nature does what it does naturally. Does God have to interfere with nature, the universe, when it's in motion or action? Or does he just let it take its course? Does God have to do your biddings, obey your biddings, because you demand he does, when you say so? Like the comedian who stood on a stage in front of an audience and says, well, if there's really a God, zap me now, God. No. Hit me with your ray gun or something, destroy me. Nothing happened, so he said, there you go, that's proof there is no God. Does he have to do all you quote, unquote, you quote, pray, unquote, for? Does he have to do all you pray for when you refuse to submit to his will or his call and obey his commandments, principles and laws? When you are praying for this and that, perhaps for personal gain, etc. You want, me, but you're not prepared to submit to his will and follow his commandments, obey his laws, principles, etc. When you are praying for this and that, perhaps you are trying to obtain something for personal gain. You have some sort of evil intent when you receive it, etc., etc. And Father gives good gifts to his children he loves and cares for. They are rewarded, given blessings as they need them. Okay? If they're obedient to him, then they get rewarded, they get blessings. God decides if they really need those things they're requesting, etc. He knows your needs before you do. So, at the end of the day, it's really up to him. Is he going to give it to you or not? The heart or mind reveals real intent. Okay? You may have it. You may want things to satisfy your ego. You're all me self, and asking for it with that wrong intent in mind, so forth and so forth. So hopefully that this video brings you insight and answers that question we first posed. Why is there so much dislike, disdain or hate for religion and for the creator, a creator or God? If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, add your comments below, give us a like. We'll get back to your comments as soon as we can. Give us a like and share the video with your religious friends, be it Christians, Jews, Muslims or others, and also your non-religious friends, family, strangers, etc. Tell them about us, the Ministry of the Real Truth, who bring you the real truth, the whole truth and nothing but that truth. No fluff, no hype.